Hi guys, my name is Lauren and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am 22 years old, I live in Utah, and I've wanted to do YouTube for a very long time, so I thought why not kick it off with something simple. A simple get to know me. I just put in a few questions, very simple, and then I also looked up questions to get to know you and they're in a random generator, so I'm gonna answer those on the fly, and if I don't like them then I'll cut them out. So again, my name's Lauren, I'm 22, I'm currently a college student and I actually graduate in December of this year, which is crazy. It is coming up so fast, so I have one semester left. My degree is in marketing and I'll be getting a bachelor's. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a master's yet, but it is on the table. Some of my favorite hobbies that I like to do, I love anything to do with art and design, so I love fashion, interior design, painting, cooking. I love reading. I like video editing, which is part of the reason why I wanted to start this channel. Yeah, those are some of my big ones. I also really like playing sports. I played sports a lot growing up, and so anytime that I get to be competitive with other people, I really like it. Okay, my favorite food, I love sushi to death. I would eat it every meal if I could. Some of my favorite snacks, I really like the gummy clusters. I think those are delicious. I love chocolate covered strawberries, anything chocolate covered really. I love dark chocolate, sea salt caramels in that specific order. Yeah, okay. Now that we've done all the boring questions that you guys don't really care about, let's do the generator. Okay, if given the opportunity, what book would you write? Fiction, for sure. I don't think I am interesting enough to write a biography about. And I exclusively read fiction books at this point, so that's the first thing I would go for, and it'd probably be something very cliche, dystopian world. That's what I like to read, so it's what I would write. What is your standard morning routine? Great question. I have a terrible morning routine because the first thing I do when I wake up is check my phone. And I know that's not good to do, but I can't seem to keep myself from doing it. So I normally wake up. Right now it's summertime and my job, the hours vary, and I work from home, so it's pretty chill, but I wake up, I'll check my phone for a bit, go into the kitchen, drink some water, hopefully eat some breakfast, get dressed out of my pajamas into another pair of sweats and a t-shirt, sit on my laptop. That's pretty much it. It's kind of sad, but that's the reality of working from home. What skill would you most like to learn? I would love to speak another language or play an instrument really well, but I tend to be subpar in both of those categories. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Alright, you can ban one question from the interview process forever. Which one do you choose? I've never been interviewed. I'm not that important. If I could ban one question, it'd probably be the simple question of tell us one unique or fun fact about you. I have none. I have that question all the time in my college classes where you have to stand up, say your name, something fun about you, and what do you even say? Is there a good response for that? Some people have really good ones and they're really fun and interesting to hear, but I feel like I always just have a brain fart and forget every single thing about myself. What is the worst outfit you've ever worn? Ugh, where to begin? I'm like having flashbacks right now of what I used to wear. I was really big into skinny jeans, for one. Everyone was. But I also really liked colored skinny jeans, and a personal favorite of mine was yellow skinny jeans that were also like kind of jegging material. And I wore that in probably 5th and 6th grade, and I think I always just pretty sure they were mostly see-through because they weren't great quality. Pretty sure if I bent over, I was always worried about having my butt crack hang out. It wasn't the vibe, and I don't really look that good in yellow either, so. But honestly, at the time, it wasn't bad, but looking back in the pictures, they just fit me horrendously. Describe your favorite stuffed animal. I'm so glad we got into this because it's so depressing, but I used to have a really favorite stuffed pig, and I took it with me everywhere, and then I went and played basketball at my neighbor's house and set it down and forgot about it, and I came back an hour or two later and it was gone, and I never saw it again. And I have since bought a replacement stuffed pig animal, but it just doesn't hit the same. And that's all I want to say for now, because it's kind of tragic. Whose opinion do you care most about? Honestly, my own. I'm my worst critic for sure. Is that bad to say? Maybe I won't put this in. Alright, name one celebrity crush, past or present. Everyone who knows me knows that my absolute favorite celebrity crush is Heath Ledger. There's just something about him. I love his personality in 10 Things I Hate About You, and I love his look in A Knight's Tale. Is that what it's called? I can't remember if that's what it's called or not, but he just looked so good in that. And he's my absolute favorite, and I'm in love with him. So, blah, blah, blah. When did you first feel like an adult? Great question. So I moved to college when I was 18, like most people do. And I moved in, and college for me kind of felt like an extension of high school, because the college that I went to was probably 2 hours from my house. So I could definitely drive home if I needed anything. And it wasn't a very big school, so it wasn't very crazy at all. I will say one of the more recent ones that shocked me to my core when I did it, and I'm 22 now, by the way, but I just barely bought my first car from a dealership. I have bought a car before, but it was from a family member, and I drove that car for a long time. But this is my first time buying a car from a dealership, and we looked for forever to find a car, for so long, and it just was so difficult to find the one that we want. Pricing, negotiating, all the forms that they want you to have was very, very intense, and I did not feel qualified to walk out with the car that I had. So, okay, how do you waste time most often? I mean, the classic answer is, of course, just being on my phone. That's a waste in itself a lot of the time. If I'd say something that's specific to me, how do I waste time? I don't know, I take a long time to get out of bed sometimes. If I have class, then I'll get right out of bed and start getting ready and stuff. But if I don't have to get up at a certain time that day, I'll wake up at 9 and just kind of dilly-dally until 10 to get up. It's definitely a waste. How do you deal with work stress? Suffer? Just kidding. I do get very stressed with work stuff. I like to be a perfectionist, and heaven forbid I ever make a tiny mistake. But most of the time I just try to remind myself that as long as you learn from mistakes, then that's fine. You can make mistakes, just make sure you learn from them. If money were no issue, what would you do with your time? I would be traveling for sure. I'd be going to every single place I'd ever want to. I'd see a place on Instagram and book a flight right then. That would be so cool, but unfortunately no. So, as you can see, we're in a new location change. I was trying to do an outro earlier, and I was stuttering through all the words I was trying to say and getting a little bit frustrated. So I decided to come to my bed because this is where I feel the most relaxed, and hopefully this casual vibe will help me be able to better say what I'm trying to say. So, I'm glad you guys stayed until this point. I had fun doing this video, even if it is a little bit weird to have to watch myself and hear myself for that long. But I'm really excited to start a YouTube channel. I hope you guys stick around. For future content, I'm really interested in doing things apartment related, college related, fashion related, anything and everything really. I have so many different interests, and I would just love to highlight a lot of them. So stick around if you're interested for that. I am going to sign off now because I'm tired and I think I need a treat before I can just function again. So anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.